Mr. Comics 89 here, doing 2 unboxings, and I'm also going to be reviewing, because I know these are my new comic book day books from last Wednesday, so I'm going to be also reviewing at the end of this my take on Amazing Spider-Man 900, since I'm pretty sure that's all I got last week was 900 and its variant, and a couple of variants. So we'll open New Comic Book Day last. We're gonna go straight to a Whatnot unboxing from Comic Exposure. So pretty cool. I like to visit Comic Exposure. You know, I generally have some pretty good books and all. I don't buy much, but I like to watch Exposure's Whatnot auctions now and then when I see them. Alright, here we go. First up, it's a group of 3 books. Amazing Spider-Man, number 89, Legacy 890. This is the variant edition. Red, I think the reason why I got, one of the reasons I got it was this Red Goblin, this Queen Goblin. It's very, very cool. So I liked Queen Goblin. She was reminded me of an ex-girlfriend, actually. One of my firsts. She was to say she was a few nuts short of a hardware store would be an understatement. This yeah, she'd be crazy. Alright, next up I got Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Legacy 895, second printing. So I've gotten a few of these now. Now I got in a second printing as well. So yeah, it's cool. Again, I didn't buy the second printing for itself. I bought it mainly for that cover, I believe is why I mainly bought it. So yeah, pretty cool. So bow-legged Spider-Man returns, because I haven't seen bow-legged that bad since cowboy movies. And the last book I got, Amazing Spider-Man number 796. This is the 3rd printing. I have this in this first printing where it's in color. It has I kind of bought this one because of it, or I kind of added this one too because my copy of 796, that's the A cover, has a huge indentation ding, and I believe it is here. We tried pressing it out, I don't think it pressed very well. I just think it was too badly. But anyway, 3rd printing, pretty cool. And all that. It replaces the, well, it won't replace, it'll just go in my collection along with the others since. Anyway, so alright, now to New Comic Book Day for Amazing Spider-Man 900. Now I believe there's only 900 in here. So, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. And again, I'll give my thoughts on 900 here. So, open it up real quick here. Alright, almost there. Okay. Yep, I was right. 3 copies of Amazing Spider-Man number 6, Legacy 900. So we have, because I'm subbed up to the I'm subbed to Amazing Spider-Man, I got the A cover. Not bad. I mean, this is better JR artwork than I think I like JR's artwork before. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, although it is not bad. I will say it's not bad. JR's artwork isn't bad. You know, the only person I don't like at all is his tombstone. He looks like a his tombstone looks like he's been through chemotherapy a few times. There's this cover here. I believe this is the Ramos cover. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Can't remember. And the other cover I got was the Sue cover. S-U I think is spelled. Just something about the red and the black, and just other than the highlights of the white, just the two colors, solid colors. Was cool. This was really cool. Now, there's a couple others I want. I think I wanted I can't remember what it is. Anyway, for the sake of arguments, we'll review this one. So, cover artwork by JR. Interior artwork's not by him. Let's see. I'll flip through here since I'm doing a in-depth reviews. I'm gonna try and get names here. Written by Zeb Wells, penciler Ed McGuinness, cover artist John Romita Jr., Scott Hanna, Marco Menez. Yeah, a bunch of other people. Yeah, I'm sorry. Mark Morales, Ed McGuinness, Wade Vaughn, Rob Badger, and Cliff Rathburn as inkers. And Marco Menez Dajo Lima. I apologize, I cannot pronounce names. Eric Arkin Ija. I'm horrible with names. I so apologize. I'm butchering the hell out of these. And Joe Karamunga as the letterer. So, like I said, the interior artwork was nice. I mean, Peter Parker looked a little boyish and all that, but in general, as a whole, I'd give this book. I mean, I'm gonna give my I'm gonna give the grade before I well, I'll save to answer it actually. Now, I know there's some people who can complain about this whole being a, MJ wasn't in it. It could have been a bit much in a sense. The only time you had any clue of going on in this book beforehand was in Amazing Spider-Man #1 at the beginning of this run, where you have Doc Ock being imprisoned and looked like he was about to be tortured and all that. Otherwise, this is the first time you've seen this entire story. But Doc Ock's arms track down Peter attached to Jonah, or Spider-Man attached to Jonah, and he goes off, following the arms. I love how I love how Spider-Man has since tames Doc Ock's arms, and there's Doc arms are acting like a dog. I've seen playful puppies on TV shows, and this was a playful puppy scene if I ever saw one. But then he goes. Spider-Man goes. He fights the sinister Adaptoid with all their powers, which I've come to find out is just him repeating a lot of Stan Lee's isms, saying, like, I am Mysterio, I am the one who will single-handedly destroy Spider-Man. I'll show you what a vulture can do to a spider, that kind of, I'll read things, but Sinister Adaptoid looked cool. I mean, trying to put 6 different characteristics into a single character, yeah, it can be messy, but I liked how this looked out. The color is great. The artwork is gorgeous. The new villain, the Living Brain, or the Ultra Living Brain, or whatever he's called, was an interesting bad guy. I like it. It's cool how they're like tying back a villain to a villain to basically right near the beginning of Spider-Man's run, and bringing in the villains Vulture, Sandman, Electro, Doc Ock, with the exception of Mysterio and Kraven, all sub ASM 10 books and all that. So this is truly a callback to the very beginning, I felt. Now, this story was a bit much. I will say this story was a bit much. And it was a bit much all at once, because unlike Amazing Spider-Man 800, where you built up to Red Goblin, you built up Norman Osborn as the Red Goblin, you built up the storyline, you had several issues building up to that. This was, boom, there it is. And it could be a bit much, but I looked at 900 as kind of a one-shot. And because I looked at it as a one-shot, I was able to throw away any negativity I had on it. I was looking at it, and I was just looking at the book itself. Now, the story was a little cutesy in that regard, you know, in some regard how things were. I mean, I kind of say cutesy, but I can't really explain more. But cheesy, maybe is a better word. In a sense, the story was kind of cheesy and how it was done. But it wasn't horrible. I've read a hell of a lot worse Spider-Man stories, you know, the later Dan Slott books in Volume 4 of Amazing Spider-Man. What else? There was something else I read that was absolutely horrible. Oh, when I've tried to read Clone Saga, the original Clone Saga, you know, with Bryn Riley as Spider-Man, those get so down in the muck, horrible to read sometimes, that the Clone Saga and Dan Slott's Volume 4 of Spider-Man, those were hell on earth. This is a piece of cake compared to it. Artwork, like I said, artwork was great. Story wasn't bad. It was a single, well-contained 900 issue, and you could almost make a point, make a point, other than the very last page. And if you haven't read it yet and want to turn away, mute me for 10 seconds. And right here, but Spider-Man kissing, or Peter Parker kissing Black Cat. But apart from that issue, this could have been a entirely one-shot, out of continuity, in its own world. It wouldn't have, and I would have been perfectly happy with it in that regard too. If this is that version of it, if it's in continuity, great. Because I either forgot or didn't know that Flash is alive here. I thought he was still dead, honestly, before I read the issue. But because I bought this digitally the day of, because I had to read it the day it came out. I could not wait for my hard copy in the mail. But I liked it. Story might not have been as serious as I'm used to. You know, this Zeb Wells book was not the first 5 of this volume. You know, 900 was his own book, and so in that regard, yeah, it wasn't as serious as Zeb Wells has done. But it wasn't bad. Honestly, I give this book a very high B+. That's my grade. Maybe even if you factor in the stories at the end of it, at the end of the small stories, like the Better Late Than Never, Peter Parker turning in his overdue library books. That I laughed so much. On these 2 pages. It was, you know, just funny. You know, hell, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, highly practical. You know, one assumes. You know, the Power Broker makes Wilson Fisk looks like a Bill Blasio or whatever. A very well loved copy of 50 Shades of May, my Aunt May. I did that one. But it was just, if you throw the backstories into the mix, A- the whole way. If you take out the backstories and just have the focused Sinister Six Spider-Man, you know, it's B+. Because I love how Doc Ock, in a sense, was the one who helped bring it into it. Because you got 6 bickering ninnies of the Sinister Six, and then Doc Ock realized the only way for the Sinister Doctor to truly defeat it was to turn it against itself. And you got 6 ultra egos going, "I'm gonna beat Spider-Man. No, I am. No, I am. No, I am." I just fell in love with it. Honestly, I loved the story. I really liked the story. I loved how Doc Ock idea was basically it. It didn't tell anyone else about it, but ding, tore him up. Like I said, I love the library portion. You know, I love the back issue books. I didn't care for the Jimmy Kimmel one. It's like going, what is whatever it is. You know, wasn't bad, wasn't super. The Save the Date, you know, small mini one. I liked it. It was cute. But I just liked it. So all in all, other than, you know, just forget the whole JR cover, just focus on the interior. Great artwork. Nice story for a nice single one-shot story. You know, it's a perfect way to do it, especially when you don't spend the previous 5 issues building up to this, and it's basically this issue and this issue alone. It was well put together, I felt. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the artwork. I enjoyed the story, how it went. It wasn't blown out of the park. So I definitely say very high B+, like 89%. This was like an 89% book. One more point and this would have been an A- for me. You know, I am a forgiving grader in that regard. I am very good at looking at reading comic books and watching Marvel movies in the moment where that is the only Marvel movie or only comic book there is in the world. No other book or comic book exists. And so I can look at just that, and that's probably why, you know, everyone else can complain about Thor 4 and all that and how horrible it was or something like that, and I can look at it and go, I like it. You know, I focus just on this material alone. You know, I'm just, maybe that's just a gift I have, a talent I have. I can look at everything in its entirety, but I can also freeze out 899 issues and focus on just one. So, excuse me. Like I said, 89%, solid, high B+. Just a little bit more, and it could have been, you know, there are some aspects of the story where it was like going, okay, I don't quite believe and buy this line of dialogue. The dialogue was just a little bit better in some parts. This would definitely been an A- book, period. But definitely good. So, as far as its place in the 900 or in the centennials before it, Amazing Spider-Man 300 is still my still my favorite. Amazing Spider-Man 300, 100, surprisingly 800, and 700, 500, 600, 400, and the very last one of the batch would be 200, I believe, to me. You know, just now. So, but definitely, I liked it. So that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my holo books. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my podcasts, The Knockout, and my new podcast, The Comic Collector's Corner, where I discuss actually things like this. I want to try and do reviews for Amazing Spider-Man books. Maybe some for other books too, but since I'm a big Spider-Man fan and that's what I bring to the table, I want to try and do a review on Spider-Man books. And what better way to start reviewing it than either with number 1 of Volume 6 or issue 900 and start from there, right? Start with the Centennial issue and move on. So that's my take. I'll post the links to, my the Knockout podcast and Podbean for the Comic Collector's Corner. So I'd appreciate you guys following there because I'm working on expanding it to other platforms. It's still not as I'm still working on it. So if you can follow me there and check out my new podcast and give me support there. It's an average collector for collectors. So if you have something you want to talk about, like you love Black Panther trailer came out, you have a passion for Black Panther, Share your passion for Black Panther. Tell us the great story arcs. Tell us the great books you recommend. You know, if you like just the Marvel movies and you don't like the comic books, but you like just the Marvel movies, come here. Come talk about us. Why, I'd love to have you on and talk about my on my podcast. So take care, everyone. Happy collecting. See you guys next time. Talk to you later.